So hello everybody, welcome back to The Good Life with Steve. So, you know how when you become an expat, every once in a while, you want a little taste of home? You know, the things you're familiar with? Well, that place right there, that one right there, yeah, it's going to give you a little taste of home. So I'm going to take you inside with me, climb aboard. Shh, be quiet, because I don't want them to bust me for recording when I go inside. So we're going to do it incognito. Here we go. So, guys, as we are entering the store here, we are greeted by these two lovely little twins. They were funny. And there's my card, my PriceSmart card. So you got to have a card that's going to cost you, or a membership that's going to cost you like $40 a year, which is about the same as what we paid back home, right? So it's a lot like Sam's in that regard, but I don't think it's owned by Sam's anyway. But as you can see here, people are buying things in bulk. And so if you have a business like a Colmado, and I just threw that out there. Colmado is, it's like a neighborhood store. You'll see as you drive around the Dominican Republic, you'll see all these little stores in the neighborhoods where people will go because this place is in Santiago, and Santiago is the second largest city in the Dominican Republic, and it's sort of centrally located. It is landlocked, and so a lot of people can come here from other places. Actually, as a matter of fact, people come here from Cabarete and Puerto Plata and Sosua because they don't have this up there, and so they make monthly drives down here to really stock up, and people do it all over the country. But again, you'll be buying things here in stock or in bulk to supply your needs. Now, this is really expensive. This is the 514 peso watermelon. I buy them from my fruit lady, a fruit stand lady, and she sells them to me for like $250, $300. So yeah, that's where I go. But anyway. Just because you're in a big box store doesn't mean you always getting the best price. So you got to shop wisely. Like here, these roasted chickens are 510 pesos. I used to buy these back home at Publix, and I get them here at La Serena and Supermercado Nacional, and I don't think I spend that much. I'll have to check and see. But then right here, everybody likes pizza, especially Dominicans, and this pizza is 800 pesos. So that's going to hit for around $13. Whatever number you see, just divide it by 60, and that's going to get you really close to the actual cost. But price or currency pairs, they're always fluctuating. So we can't ever give you the exact price, but we can give you a pretty close approximation to what things are costing. But chicken, right? Chickens don't stand a chance, right? And so you see this, that they're, sold in bulk here. There's like, 40 wings in there. What family's buying 40 wings, right? So you're buying that for your restaurant or for your Colmado, if you have refrigeration in your Colmado so that the people can come in and purchase things from you, or you buy it and you just cook it up and sell it already cooked, so that it won't spoil as quickly. But people are using this to supply their businesses. Now, here is butter. I've not seen butter since I've been here, and I look time and time again. There's plenty of margarine, and my understanding is margarine is less healthy than butter. And even butter, you don't want to be eating that every day. Now, I came to this particular location because why? They have pepper jack cheese. This is the first time I have seen pepper jack cheese in the 13 months that I've been here, and I love pepper jack cheese. They have Monterey, but it ain't even close. Okay, pepper jack is pepper jack. Monterey, that's another thing. All right, and cheddar, and who cares, right? And then of course you have your shredded cheese, but I don't need somebody to cut my cheese for me. I don't want to pay for that. Now, if you are into ice cream and you're that kind of stuff, your sweets, sometimes they'll even have what's it called? Cheesecake, frozen cheesecake over here. I saw some that said Cheesecake Factory over here once I was in here. But $4.95, that's the cheap one. And then, because that's a lot, that's a big old tub, right? But then you got the other $4.45 you probably have 6 of those or 8 of those things in there. So that's kind of costly. So that's about $8 at 470 pesos. Egos seems a little high. But I try to stay away from that stuff, although I love it, if I'm being honest with you. And I do eat it every once in a while. But I come over here because 1,450 pesos, that's going to hit for around $20 for a 5-pound bag of strawberry, pineapple, peach, and mango frozen fruit that we make our what's it called? whatever those things are called, our smoothies, right? Right, we make our smoothies with those because it's a better treat for you, healthier, right? Even though it's frozen, it ain't ice cream, with all that, added sugar. So going to take you down the aisle here where the adult beverages are. But this guy here with the white shirt and the blue jeans on, he's saying you're not as cognito or as incognito as you need to be. And so as a result, we're going to shut you down. I can't record in any of these stores down here. But Dominicans do love their beverages because they get turned up on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
PriceSmart. Looks real familiar, doesn't it? I got one more familiar spot to take you to. You're going to be surprised at the color of everything, but it's going to be, it's going to be familiar. Nostalgic. That's right.
How rude I was to cut myself off. Dominicans get down on Friday, Saturdays, and Sunday. Yeah, they get turned up, y'all. Anyway, we are driving now, and we're going to head over to the next location, and you can see all this construction out here. On the right, what you're seeing there is the monorail system that's coming in. It's going to go from the airport, I believe, to someplace north of Santiago. Not very far north, but it's going to be a nice little run to encourage business and maybe boost the economy a little bit. And that's why you see all this construction along the way here. And I don't drive this fast, guys. I've just sped this up. But people do drive fast down here. And so you need to be careful out here on the mean streets of Santiago, right? Because it can get interesting real fast. So we're going to head on up here, and you're going to see more construction to the left and to the right and in front of us. Right there, they're going to bust a right here, just as we are, and it's going to head down to the airport. If you just go straight on that bridge, it'll take you straight down almost to the airport. Now you just make a little turn. This red truck, this tank here, that's a water truck, right? It's going to probably take water to somebody's house and fill their cistern. In the garages, you'll see, or the carports, you'll see a 24 by 24 inch metal plate on the floor. They lift that up and they pour the water in there. Do not drink that water under any circumstances, okay? So if it were mine, I'd probably throw some chlorine over in there, chlorine tablets every once in a while to kind of keep stuff from, I don't know what they do, but don't drink that water. All right. I don't care what anyone tells you. Now, this is the last street we're going to need to go down to because the location we're headed for is on this street. Now, just up here on the right, you're going to see a 2-story building, and that's where I go to get my haircut just because people have asked. And it's right there on the right, the gas station. Then there it was right there. But so if you need to get your haircut, that's where you can go. I don't know the name of these streets. I should by now. All right. So we're going to pull into this place right here. And if nothing else, the color should be a clue, right? If nothing else, the color should be a clue. So we're going to pull on into the parking lot here. And this is a place where you can go to do some of the things to your home that you're used to doing back home. So let's pull on in here and see what we can see.
2,000 years later.
All right, everybody. So before we go in here, I want you to think tools, tiles, lumber, brick, that kind of stuff. That place right there, yeah, that's going to look real familiar once we get inside. So let's head on in. Tell me what you think.
All righty, and we're walking. And somebody's got my camera all jacked up looking at the ceiling. So whoever's responsible for that, yeah, you're fired. Okay. Anyway, we're going to head down this aisle right here. They've got these green colored hand tools. We used to red and blue and yellow like for the water, right? But these are green and I'm not familiar. They have their own brands. Okay. So you want to select the best ones, but then you have a tile aisle. And if you want to do floor covering, it's going to be solid surface. You're not going to find any carpet in this store. Every once in a while, you might see some large area rugs, but they don't even do that real big. They like their clean, solid surface tile floors. Now, porcelain thrones, you got these also. So if you want to get one of those, and if they have a gold-plated one, someone tell Don, you might want to rush down here and buy it. Lighting. Now, they get really serious about their lighting down here, folks. Okay, so don't come down here and look for just plain. Well, they got plain lighting, but they get a lot fancier than this. They have stores that are dedicated to just lighting, and they get carried away. Okay, but it looks really good, so they do a good job with it. Now, we're going to go on up here till we follow these ladies. We're going to bust a right, okay? And when we make this right, if you are a craftsman, you're going to see a color that you're quite familiar with. There that blue is, that familiar blue. Yep, that's Makita. So they have Makita here, but I didn't see Skill, which is what I grew up using. Then we switched to Makita, and then we went DeWalt, and then, well, I couldn't afford Milwaukee. Milwaukee tools are the best, and they're the most expensive. But these are good tools. Makita was a big step up from Skill. Now, if I go down this aisle, we're going to have more hand tools because they're going. Well, you're in a Home Depot-like location. And so you're going to see a lot of that. Even the orange. Look at the vest on that guy. All right. So you got your hammers and your pliers and your screwdrivers and all kind of pliers, from vice grips to channel locks to just regular pliers. And you got, all the stuff you need. Even your measuring tapes are going to come up. And then that clamp. I need that clamp on the right. All right. So this surprised me that what we're looking at here is just plastic. That really surprised me. I wonder how many of these locations have plastic rather than stone. Now, this is stone right here on the left. So, okay, so that's cool. But the plastic surprised me. And this shocked me that they have asphalt shingles down here. I've not seen a building with asphalt shingles on it. So if you've seen one, let me know. Now, if you are a decorator and you like to color your walls and do all kind of things, well, this is your paint aisle. They have a whole section of this. It's like 3 aisles of paint, decorating stuff, and it can get expensive. To this one right here, there's like 6,000 pesos. Blew me away. But they have lesser expensive things. But if you are a painter or if you like to decorate your home, there's no shortage of this stuff down here, because they do decorate. They do like their colors, because this is the Caribbean. So let's take it back outside.
So everybody, that's not Home Depot. That's Bellon. That's the B up there on the sign. Bellon. Great place. Listen, I asked the guy inside if it was part of Home Depot, because, it looks just like Home Depot, orange and all that. He said no. He said they just copied Home Depot. That's crazy. But listen, tell Arthur Blank, if he's not too busy with the Falcons, the Atlanta Falcons and Atlanta United, that imitation is the best form of flattery. So I guess that's the best we can offer him. And as a matter of fact, PriceSmart, where we were before, I asked a friend, he said that's owned by Costco. And it looks more like, I don't know, Walmart, not Walmart, but Sam's Club. But either way, guys, that's where you can go here in the Dominican Republic, buy the things that you're used to buying at home, have the same, very much the same feel of the big box stores at home. But either way, I want to thank you guys for joining me. It has been a blast. And until next time, know that you can come to the Dominican Republic, get the things you want, and still live the good life. Till next time, many blessings.